Right now, a proposed north-south bus rapid transit line brings out community members to Madison South Side. What the city shared about the plan.
Warming on up, but not for very long. That's coming up.
And a former Thomas school teacher sentenced to 10 years in prison for sexual assaults. It's just a fraction of the sentence prosecutors wanted. That's all coming up at 10. Thanks for joining us. Tonight, the birth of part 2 of Madison's bus rapid transit project. City and transit officials held their first public planning meeting for the north-south bus line.
Our Armand Rahman was there. So Armand, how does this differ from the BRT construction that's happening right now?
Well, guys, the construction work you see happening right now is for the east-west bus rapid transit route. That's the red line here that starts in Fitchburg and goes west, and that they hope to have, that starts over here, and they hope to have that running by the late next year. Tonight's meeting was to plan where stops should go on the north-south route, the green line that starts from Fitchburg to the area of Northport Drive, and that's expected to come in 2027.
I live way out on the edge of town, and so I have quite a walk to the closest bus stop.
So to shorten that walk a little bit, Kate Schulte wants to see a stop closer to Novation Parkway and Ski Lane. But she mainly wants to know what the city has planned so she can tell her fellow Southside residents.
Some people are very car dependent, but then there are a lot of people, there's a lot of apartments out there, town of Madison, people like me out there.
A map showed some of the proposed stops for the north-south line, but there was one location on many people's minds.
The fact that the rapid transit wouldn't directly access the airport, I think, is something that should be looked at, especially for people who would want to get across town and make that, every major city you look at has that, and I think that that would really improve the areas in that sense.
Now, transportation officials say it's all in the early stages right now. The city's waiting on its grant application to have the federal government pay for 80% of the $150 million project. But they say they are learning from the construction work happening on the east-west bus stops right now.
The ones that we have on the east-west take a fair amount of time to build. They have knee walls and the like, and so we want to carry the same branding, but we might modify them a little bit so that maybe they're a little easier to construct.
One of the city's big goals with BRT is helping the climate by getting more cars off the road. Commuters say if that's the case, they should do more for bikers when planning new lines.
And I think using like the University Avenue model of having bike lanes that go opposing traffic, that are protected bike lanes, would really improve the ability for people to move around in different climate-friendly transit options.
And transportation officials say they hope to have many basic decisions on the north-south line made by February, and they hope to have an idea of how much the government will pay for in March or April.
There's a few more opportunities to learn more about the proposed north-south BRT route. There will be another in-person meeting tomorrow at 5:30 at the Warner Park Community Center on the north side. Next week, there will be a virtual meeting on Wednesday and then another in-person meeting on Thursday in Fitchburg.
A cold night across southern Wisconsin, but this stretch of unseasonably cool temps, it's almost run its course now. Soon the high temps won't just be climbing up to the 40s, but the 50s. But Alex, you're on the patio tonight telling us this could be brief warm up. What are we talking about here?
Yeah, Eric, it will be brief, but we'll have to enjoy what we can get out of it. We do have 50-degree temperatures in the forecast. Enter the gold glasses for warming temperatures. Temperatures are a little bit warmer out there right now than where we were last night. We're about 28, 29, 30 last night, and we've made some progress on the patio. 36 degrees in Madison. That seems to be pretty popular. 35, 36 degrees across all of Dane County. We've got 35 to the west in Lone Rock. We got 33 to the east in Watertown, 37 to the south in Janesville, and our friends up to the north in Camp Douglas, they're sitting at a nice 33 degrees. A little bit better, again, than where we were last night. We were forecasting teens to around 20 for a low temperature last night. Tonight, we'll do the upper 20s, 29 here in Madison. The high temperature trend, there we go. There are the 50s, like I was just telling Eric, and then they take a tumble. But you're probably also wondering, with the tumbling temperatures, will we be having precipitation? And the answer to that is yes. We'll cover that coming up in Maine weather. Hey, thanks, Sean from Keeler, sending us this pretty fall photos. We've got still a couple of those trees out there that have some of those stunning colors. New way you can submit those photos. Just go to channel3000.com, go to the weather page and scroll on down to the bottom and just click that submit your weather photo. And coming up in Maine weather, we're going to be talking about the rain chances. See you in a bit.
New at 10, a former Toma teacher will go to prison for the next 10 years after being convicted on more than 24 counts of sexual assault. 75-year-old Ann Nelson Koch was convicted in July of repeatedly forcing a 14-year-old student to perform sex acts during school hours during the 2016-2017 school year. A jury convicted her in July on 25 counts of sexual assault after a 3-day trial. Prosecutors sought a 100-year prison sentence.
The parent of a Janesville Parker High School student was arrested after police say he threatened a school administrator and brought a gun to the school. It happened yesterday. All over what the school said was a false rumor that it ran out of food. A school resource officer learned a 36-year-old man made the threat after hearing that rumor. The man later arrived on school grounds and was met by that officer. He admitted to having a gun in his vehicle. Police found a loaded handgun inside, they say. He was arrested and faces disorderly conduct charges while armed and possession of a firearm in a school zone. We are not naming him since he has not yet been formally charged with any crime. The school district of Janesville providing more information about that rumor that it ran out of food, saying in part, quote, Parker did not run out of food, but did not have the students' preferred choice available yesterday during their lunch period. Again, Parker High School did not run out of food.
The overturning of the Wisconsin's abortion ban could be on the horizon, but there are still restrictions that remain on the books. A group of lawmakers are working to try and repeal those restrictions. Democratic lawmakers like Madison Senator Kelda Roys and Representative Francesca Hong want to remove the requirement for abortion providers to have hospital admitting privileges and that the person seeking an abortion gets a physical exam.
And I think Wisconsin can be a leader in the country for ensuring that all of our citizens, regardless of their gender or their ability to have a baby or not, I think what we can agree on is that this is about our universal basic human rights. And I think that's something we all can come together around.
Dane County heard a court case challenging Wisconsin's abortion over the summer. We're expecting a ruling sometime this fall. In September, though, abortion clinics in Madison and Milwaukee began resuming abortions in anticipation of that final ruling. A group of Democratic U.S. senators, including Wisconsin's Tammy Baldwin, responding today to last week's election of House Speaker Mike Johnson. Johnson, a Republican, has openly advocated for multiple bills that would ban abortion nationwide and criminalize providers of the service. According to the Democrats, Johnson has previously supported a so-called personhood bill that would ban certain forms of birth control, stem cell research, and in vitro fertilization care.
Senate Democrats are going to continue to be a firewall against any new Republican attempts to restrict access to abortion. That means absolutely no new anti-abortion laws, restrictions, or riders will fly here in the Senate. Absolutely not.
I am really pleased.
The Democrats said that they are willing to work across the aisle on many things, but when it comes to protecting reproductive freedom, that is not negotiable.
Day one of 2 in the testimony in former President Trump's civil fraud trial. His son, Donald Trump Jr., told a New York court he was not involved in preparing financial documents for his father's company. The judge in the case already determined a 2017 statement valuing licensing deals at $246 million was fraudulent. Trump Jr. admitted he had conversations with accountants and provided estimates for what he thought the value was. He'll be back on the stand tomorrow, followed by his brother, Eric Trump. An effort to expel indicted New York Republican Congressman George Santos from the House failed earlier tonight. 24 Republicans voted to expel Santos, but those votes fell short. Santos faces 23 charges, including wire fraud and identity theft. Before the vote, he spoke with reporters.
I have a right of the presumption of innocence until proven guilty. I'm fighting for that right. And if these guys don't believe in that, then democracy's dead.
Now, Santos has pleaded not guilty. He has said he is not resigning.
President Biden and First Lady Jill Biden will travel to Lewiston, Maine Friday, the site of last week's mass shooting, which left 18 people dead. According to a statement from the White House, the two will be meeting with the family members as well as the first responders. 18 people were killed and 13 others were wounded when a gunman opened fire inside a restaurant and a bowling alley. The suspected gunman was found dead days later. Legendary Indiana Hoosier basketball coach Bob Knight has died. Longtime Badgers basketball fans are certainly familiar with Knight's fiery legacy at Indiana. His Hoosiers made 5 Final Fours and won 3 national champions in 1976, 1981, and 1987. In 1968, Knight had actually agreed to become the Badger men's basketball coach, but backed out the day before he was scheduled to travel to Madison. Bob Knight was 83 years old. More local stories straight ahead at 10, including a scary accident on the highway.
Well, luckily no one was hurt. We'll share what caused the damage to this vehicle. Maybe something to keep in mind as you hit the road.
You're watching News 3 now at 10. Winner of the Best Evening Newscast by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association.
Dear Detour, when life slings you mud, sling it right back. Stay strong. Toyota Trucks.
Get $1,000 cash back on Tundra when you finance through Toyota Financial Services. Toyota. Let's go places.
Pick and Save gives you so many ways to save, on top of our lower than low prices. Enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons. Earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon. And with a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Plus, our weekly sales will keep your budget merry and bright. So get rewarded and save. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Welcome back to Sam's Hot Takes. What's hot now? Spectrum One Stream. It's internet, unlimited mobile, advanced Wi-Fi, and this Zumo Stream Box free with Spectrum TV. It makes searching for shows and movies across live TV and streaming apps easy. It's streaming simplified.
Get internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Plus add Spectrum TV and get a free Zumo Stream Box for 12 months. Call 833-788-4999. Visit Spectrum.com or stop by a Spectrum store today.
Our city has a pulse. Steps from bustling and wild. Come find familiar. Experience new. Live in our rhythm and stay.
Score the lowest prices of the year right now at Brothers Main's Black Friday sale. You won't find lower prices anywhere. And enjoy our free delivery. Shop family-owned Brothers Main's low price guarantee on brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Amana. Feel like family. Brothers Main.
Culligan Water takes pride in being your local water experts. We live here, work here, and dedicate our lives to improving our area's water. We deliver the world's best water treatment and the industry's best service to you. Culligan Water, your local water experts.
Dear Detour, when life slings you mud, sling it right back. Stay strong. Toyota Trucks.
Get $1,000 cash back on Tundra when you finance through Toyota Financial Services. Toyota. Let's go places.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show, it's Octavia Spencer.
You got ghosts in your house?
I do. I feel as if they have abandonment issues.
You must really be nice that your ghosts miss you.
Well.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. You're watching News 3 now at 10.
Yesterday was Halloween, which means today is Dia de los Muertos, or Day of the Dead. It's a tradition indigenous Mexican holidays celebrate and remember those who have passed away. Living celebrants wear lavish outfits and construct altars with offerings for the dead. They're called ofrendas. While the Latinx population in Madison has grown, one of the only public events for the holiday was a musical celebration at the Memorial Union called Hasta la Muerte. Well, if you don't want to cook for Thanksgiving, let the Wisconsin Union take that trouble right out of your hands. Thanksgiving to-go meal pre-orders are now being accepted. An individual turkey meal costs $18 and comes with all the fixings you'd expect: sliced turkey, mashed potatoes, green bean stuffing, rolls, and a choice of pumpkin and pecan or fudge pie. A group meal, which feeds 6 people, costs $175. These meals must be picked up at the Memorial Union on Wednesday, November 22nd. That's the day before Thanksgiving. Pre-orders are being accepted online at union.wisc.edu. Some pharmacy staff at major drugstores are staging walkouts this week.
Well, those walkouts haven't affected Wisconsin yet, but a Madison area pharmacist says he stands with their decisions. At Forward Pharmacy at McFarland, pharmacist Tony Pietrangelo says he's worked in the industry for 20 years. He feels those who have walked off the job in other states have a right to be upset. He says the industry has failed to change to better accommodate pharmacists. Problems like a shift to more vaccines being done at pharmacies, less money being paid to pharmacists from insurers is causing the frustrations.
Prescription volumes have gone up, but more than anything, the amount of extra activity that pharmacies are doing is increased significantly.
However, independent pharmacies, which are not affiliated with the national retailers, are seeing fewer problems. That's because they can better manage employee wages and vaccine appointments. At the Capitol today, public hearings were held for a bipartisan Senate and Assembly bill aimed at providing care closer to home for those struggling with mental health. Now, the bills would require the state's Department of Health Services to set up a certification process for treatment facilities. Supporters say it would reduce the time a person in crisis may spend with law enforcement and provide them with access to care more quickly. A lack of crisis care facilities and observation centers means some officers have to transport a person in crisis to a facility in Winnebago County hours away.
It is a terrible process on so many different fronts. Number one, it's bad for the person in crisis. I mean, that's not the best way to treat somebody who's in a mental health crisis, put them in the back of a squad car for a 3.5-hour trip.
The bill's authors say it also takes a toll on law enforcement, with 1 or 2 officers needed to work an entire shift to transport a person in crisis to Winnebago County, go through all the paperwork, and then return.
A kickoff at the Capitol this afternoon to bring awareness to people experiencing homelessness. November is Homeless Awareness Month here in the state. On average, every day there are more than 1,000 people here in Dane County in need of housing. Statewide, a one-day count from January of individuals and families living on the streets in shelters or transitional housing tallied more than 4,800 people. During today's event, works of art were on display, created by people who are or have experienced homelessness. Homelessness isn't limited to adults. Kids experience it too. The Madison Metropolitan School District addressed homelessness among its students with a ribbon-hanging ceremony this afternoon. A 2-month donation drive is now underway, with the district collecting hygiene items and winter gear for families in need. Each of the 751 ribbons hung outside the school represent a district student currently unhoused. Community members can donate to collection bins at the Doyle Administration Building through the end of December.
In northwestern Wisconsin, 10 train cars derailed early this morning in the city of Stanley. Fortunately, no one was hurt. The Canadian National Railway reported this derailment just after 1 a.m. The cause remains under investigation. And check out the damage taken by this car that was traveling yesterday on I-3990 through the Madison area. A tire did this. That's right. Firefighters say the driver was westbound when a rogue tire rolled from the other side of the interstate and bounced right into the car's hood and did serious damage there and to the windshield. Amazingly, the driver was not hurt.
Well, things are set to warm back up a bit as we start November after this chilly stretch. Here's meteorologist Alex Harrington.
Yeah, indeed, Charlotte. Temperatures are going to be on the rise. Enter again the yellow glasses. Here are the gold glasses, because while we do have one more cold night in the forecast, warmer end of the week going on into the weekend is expected. And then we flip. We go back to cool and we stay unsettled. So let's track all of this over here on the big wall. A beautiful evening at the Capitol there, and temperatures are a little bit more mild tonight. So progress, we're getting there. 36 degrees in Madison, 36 in McFarland, 36 in Cross Plains, and 36 to the northwest on the other side of the Wisconsin River in Sauk City. And these temperatures are, again, a couple degrees warmer than where we were this time last night. We'll bottom out around 29 degrees. We'll have some clouds fill in as we go into the overnight time period. And with south winds, both of those, the clouds and the winds, help to keep the temperatures a little bit warmer. And we will be going warmer yet. High temperatures on your Thursday will be right around that 40 to 43 mark at lunchtime, and then the afternoon temperatures getting up to around 47. Then we dip down here as we go into the evening hours on your Thursday, upper 30s to the lower 40s. But watch what happens as we go into the wee hours of your Friday. Temperatures starting off in the upper 30s. And they're actually going to increase. Temperatures are going to rise overnight. Tonight we'll do 29 in Madison, 30 in Janesville, 28 in Lone Rock, 27 to the west in Prairie du Chien and our friends to the north in Camp Douglas. We'll get down to 24 degrees. As we go on into your Thursday, making progress. We were in the 30s today. Here we go upper 40s to right around 50 degrees across all of southern Wisconsin. And tracking those temperatures here. Look at this. Temperatures rising up to around 52 to 54 by the time we get to the weekend. Normal highs for this time of year, 52. So we will be above normal for a change. Saturday going on into your Sunday. And then those temperatures will take a dip as we go out into next week. They'll swing back down into the upper 30s to the lower 40s. And I said we'll have some precipitation with that. Let's track that here as well. We've backed off on the rain chances for Friday and going on into the first part of the weekend. Maybe a shower as we go into your Saturday night time frame. But as we head out into next week, we could be looking at some showers by the time we get towards Monday, and we kind of keep a consistent chance of showers and maybe even a couple of snowflakes in the forecast as we go out into early next week. The three things here that we need to know here in our bottom line: the temperatures will continue to warm up as we go through this week. Better harvesting weather. I was talking to some farmers today, Dad, that our harvesting conditions will be a bit better over the course of the next few days. Got to enter the farmer thing in when I can. Because we'll be dry, we'll be a little bit warmer. The breezy conditions will help to dry things out so the combines can operate the way they should be operating. Cool and wet next week, so heads up. Get out into the fields this weekend, because that might be the best weather that we get Friday, Saturday, Sunday going on into next week, because then we'll bring the rain chances, we'll bring the flurry chances back into the forecast next week. Nonetheless, send us those photos, channel3000.com/weather. Just scroll to the bottom of the page and click the post your own button. We'll get your photos on air.
All right, Alex, thank you. If you think you're the ultimate Green Bay Packers fan, the team is asking you to prove it. The Packers searching for nominees to be honored in the Packers Fan Hall of Fame. Nominations are open through November 30th. You can nominate yourself or someone you know who bleeds the green and gold, but you have to submit an essay of 500 words or less explaining why you're a diehard fan. A selection committee will pick 10 finalists in January, which will go out for a public vote, and the winner will be announced in late February. And prizes include 4 club seats to a game next year and a customized jersey. To nominate someone, look for this story at channel3000.com.
And coming up in sports, full steam ahead at the Fieldhouse, how the Badgers beat the Boilermakers to move to 21-1 on the year. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
The moms have a brand new show.
Are you having a great time?
I'm Mom So Hard Ladies Night. Saturday, November 18th at Ho Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. Tickets are on sale now through Ticketmaster. Ho Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells.
It's Hy-Vee's Super Snack Sale this Friday through Sunday. Save big on snacks like Fritos, Cheetos, Hostess multi-pack snacks, Hy-Vee potato chips, Goldfish crackers, Ritz toasted chips, granola bars, and more. Plus, save with everyday perks prices and get members-only prices on snacks like Cheez-It crackers, Oreo cookies, and Frito-Lay multi-packs. Don't miss the Super Snack Sale this Friday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
For 46 years straight, more of you have trusted Ford F-Series trucks to help save the day. Stretch the weekend, haul, or tow. Just about anything, anywhere. That's because they're built Ford tough. And it's why Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight. And for that, we thank you. Because this isn't just about our capability, it's about yours.
I'm Rebecca, and you might know me from reality TV.
And this was my stubborn body fat that I just couldn't get rid of. But then I went to Sono Bello, and they permanently removed my body fat in just one visit.
It is so intensely gratifying for one visit to make this big of a change. It's amazing.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
It feels incredible to look down and it's flat. Thank you again, Sono Bello. I'm so happy.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-800-952-0466 or go to sonobello.com.
If you have Medicare and Medicaid, you may be eligible to get extra benefits with iCare's dual eligible special needs plans. Our members get $1,800 per year with a card that's loaded monthly to pay for items such as eligible groceries, over-the-counter items, rent, and utilities. Whatever you don't spend carries over each month. Call us today, and a licensed sales agent will help you find out if you're eligible. Rest easy. iCare is looking out for you and your health.
Their harmony and great country music that brings people together. It's Rocket Club. Performing live Friday, November 17th at Ho Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. Tickets are on sale now through Ticketmaster. Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells.
Wisconsin rarely loses to Big Ten teams at the Fieldhouse. I'm talking only one loss at home in conference play in their last 46 matches, and that lone team to beat them was visiting tonight. Wisconsin hosting Purdue, and Carter Booth of the Badgers were ready. First set, Izzy Ashburn with the quick set to Booth, who hammers it home. She finished with 9 kills and 7 blocks. Then later, your reigning Big Ten Player of the Week went to work. Sarah Franklin gets up to get down for one of her game-high 22 kills. Wisconsin beats Purdue in 4 sets. Other than their top-secret scrimmage against Northern Iowa, Wisconsin hasn't had any other competition besides themselves. Well, that changed tonight with UW-Stevens Point in town for UW's final tune-up before they officially tip off their season. And AJ Storr going to be pretty fun to watch. Max Klesmet finds him in the corner, and Storr dials one up from deep. Then later in the first half, Chucky Hepburn turns defense into offense and leaves it for Storr, who climbs the ladder for the slam. 12 points in the first 20 minutes for him. He finished with 14, and of course, Tyler Wall was doing his thing. 10 points and 6 boards. Badgers get the win, 87-44. Bucks on the road for the first time this season, taking on the Raptors, and Canada wasn't good for any member of the Deer, well, except maybe Malik Beasley. He dropped in 6 triples for a team-high 20 points, but the Bucks trailed from the get-go. They fall 130-111. With the status of Braylon Allen unknown for Saturday's game at Indiana, the Wisconsin running back room is looking pretty thin. But no worries, it's next man up for the Badgers. And that next man up is none other than Jackson Aker. The former Verona standout has seen limited action this season, but thanks to UW running backs coach Devin Spalding's message, Aker doesn't have to get ready because he's been ready every week.
Prepare as if you're starting, so I feel like there's not going to be a whole lot different mentally. There's something he's stressed, especially over the last few weeks since even Ches got hurt. Because yeah, our numbers are dwindling, and we're gonna have to rely on some people that haven't got to play a lot. So it's important that we all prepare as if we were starting.
And we're back after this.
Stay healthy this holiday season with help from your Hy-Vee pharmacy. Save time by getting your flu and COVID-19 vaccines together in one appointment. Plus, when you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, get a 20-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver. Schedule your appointment online today at Hy-Vee.com. Some restrictions may apply.
Get 11% off everything now at Menards. Check out our lighting showroom and update your home's aesthetic. Patriot Lighting is available in so many unique styles and finishes, you're sure to find a look and price that's right for you. With more than 300 stock lights priced under $100. Pick up this brushed nickel pendant light for $34.97 after 11% rebate. Visit our lighting showroom or check out all our lighting options on Menards.com.
Save big money at Menards.
Salonpas, makers of powerful pain relief patches for 89 years, believes in continuous improvement, like rounded corners that resist peeling, with an array of active ingredients and sizes to relieve your pain. Salonpas, it's good medicine.
In a Class 3 casino, you're playing against the house, so there's no guarantee a player has to win, ever. And in a Class 2 casino, the players play against each other, and not the house. So someone always wins.
So you're saying... He's saying if you want to win at something, you have to go to Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison, a Class 2 casino where someone has to win.
How about this then?
Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison.
Who's always behind the scenes helping parents and caregivers find quality-rated childcare that fits their family's needs? DCF. We're your trusted source in support of quality childcare. Learn more at qualitychildcare.wi.gov.
Fjords has been crafting beautifully designed functional furniture since 1941. Every aspect of Fjords furniture has been carefully engineered to create a higher level of relaxation. Visit the Century House today and view our extensive lineup. Experience the unmatched relaxation you can only achieve in Fjords furniture. Relaxation made beautiful. Visit the Century House at 3420 University Avenue in Madison or online at centuryhouseinc.com.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal, come have a taste of Wisconsin.
America's Dairyland.
As in real dairy.
It gives Culver's fresh frozen custard its famous rich and creamy flavor. Like really rich.
So rich. Rich and creamy.
And our cook-to-order Butterburgers?
They're topped with, you guessed it, Wisconsin cheese.
But it's the smiles we put on your face with every meal made just for you.
That really makes our hearts melt. From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Stay healthy this holiday season with help from your Hy-Vee pharmacy. Save time by getting your flu and COVID-19 vaccines together in one appointment. Plus, when you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, get a 20-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver. Schedule your appointment online today at Hy-Vee.com. Some restrictions may apply.
A man of many hats on a mission to do something good. Thursday at 10.
Tonight on The Late Show.
When did it become clear just how much hell you were going to catch for doing that?
Colbert's New with Congressman Adam Kinzinger. Tonight on CBS.
Pizza for Thanksgiving? Well, that's right. Get ready for a pizza that is true to DiGiorno's promise. Most definitely not delivery. Toppings include the obligatory turkey, but also sweet potatoes, green beans, cranberries, and crispy onions. If you need some time to think about it, well, that's okay. You can only get it on DiGiorno's website, and we're told it's already sold out. So plan ahead for next Thanksgiving 24. The company promises it will release more for pre-order every Wednesday until Thanksgiving. I guess you do have a chance between now and
you could try to make it now when it's still ahead of time.
Make that yourself with leftovers after Thanksgiving.
Right.
Just pile it all on a piece of crust.
That is the funniest thing, because my Grandma Harrington, we take her Thanksgiving dinner. We take it down to her house. And she said this last year, Joni, my mom, don't cook Thanksgiving dinner. Let's get 2 DiGiorno pizzas and play euchre. So that's hilarious.
That sounds like a plan. That sounds pretty simple. Not very many dishes.
Plan, isn't it?
Apparently it is now. Let's take a quick look at the forecast here, folks. Temperatures in the 40s, climbing into the 50s. Then we cool off next week and it'll be unsettled.
All right, Alex, thanks. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.